We're at the most easterly town in England today, and both these dugouts are sure to be busy as these two teams have yet to pick up a point. Welcome to Matchday 3. This time last week, both these teams were full of optimism as they started their campaigns. Now it's a different story. 2 games in and no points for either side. It's a biggie today. It's the battle of the two coastal teams as we see Lowestoft Town against Worthing. So both teams make their way onto the pitch for this Bostik Premier League game this afternoon between Lowestoft Town and Worthing. It's a very blustery day on the coast of Norfolk. For Lowestoft Town this afternoon, they'll be looking for Jake Reed to provide the goals to get them their first 3 points of the season. For the visitors at Worthing, James Fraser has a lot of experience in this division. He was part of the team that won promotion from Bognor Regis Town last year. Two teams looking for their first win of the season. Mick, who do you fancy today?
As I've said all along, home advantage I think will help Lowestoft, and I think they probably had the better results against Leatherhead accordingly, where Worthing lost, but I think they've only lost by the odd goal, so I fancy Lowestoft today.
Neat little ball into Omar Foltz, shows his strength to hold off a couple of defenders there. Does really well, Omar Foltz, and he's going to draw the free kick on the edge of the box, and really good strong play from the former Merston man.
This could be dangerous if you can get a good strike on it, because the wind's probably going with him a shade, so yeah, let's hopefully he works the goalkeeper.
James Fraser, what can he do? Edge of the box, goes for the shot, it's poor in the end, comes back to Fraser, has another go, and it was distinctly better effort second time round from James Fraser. Eventually Barker will clear. Again the ball will find the way back to a Worthing player, and a really good example then of Worthing first to the second balls and looking a lot more lively in the opening few minutes of the game, and that's a really good run in the end by Schmodbinver, and he gets the cross in. Unfortunately for him, all his good work was done in the run because it was a really poor cross. And Lowestoft Town just looking a little off the pace at the moment, Mick.
Yeah, I think they need to keep the ball for 5 or 10 minutes.
Really sloppy again, and the ball runs out of play, and Worthing get it back, and you get the sense that these Worthing players are pumped up for the game today.
Always the way when you think a team that's had a long trip up there come out the pitch and they're not sort of at it, but yeah, they've been rallied in that dressing room, it seems, and they're coming out with fire in their bellies.
Now a chance for Lowestoft to possibly counter-attack. Neat play in the end in the midfield, and it will come out to this side, and Zielonka has the ball, and he looks to run at the Worthing defence for the first time into the 18-yard box. What can he do? Can he get his cross in? Does get it in. It's well blocked in the end. First corner for the home side. And what would be completely against the run of play in the first 10 minutes? A Lowestoft corner. What can they do? Into the box it goes. It's flicked on. It looks dangerous. Eventually will fall to the player in the Worthing red, and they'll manage to get the ball away. Free kick for Lowestoft. It's driven into a really dangerous area. It had to be well defended, and it was in the end. Neat header out, still not danger over, and this time
penalty, is it?
It's going to be penalty.
Yeah,
penalty's been given, and it's the home team that will have the first chance to get themselves in front. It was a really good free kick into the box, well headed out to the edge of the area. Danger wasn't fully cleared, and the challenge must have been just inside the 18-yard box, and referee had no hesitation than to point to the spot.
Needless challenge there, Ben. Needless challenge. Didn't need to do it.
And it will be Declan Daniels who has the first opportunity to open the scoring in this game. Both these sides not off the mark points-wise this season. Declan Daniels steps up, hits the post and goes wide. And Lowestoft Town don't take their chance. Really good opportunity to go in front of this game. Daniels stepped up, looked at like a decent penalty, hits the post and goes out.
How often do we see this? They could be made to pay for that miss.
Really good interception by Worthing once again, and tries to play that ball into Omar Foltz. Was dangerous looking ball if he could have got his foot on it. He didn't, and it's a chance for Lowestoft to come away. And that's a really, really good ball. And Daniels is through. Daniels, what can he do? Into the box. Brilliant opportunity, Daniels. Great save. Cuts it back. Could be a goal. Can it come back to Daniels again? And the referee eventually will give the free kick. Really good opportunity for Daniels, who missed the penalty a few minutes earlier. And it should have been, Mick, 1-0 to Lowestoft there.
I don't know. I can't believe he ain't scored there. All he had was the goalkeeper at his mercy, and he just hit it across the box. Man, he should have drilled it in the corner.
Yeah, a couple of opportunities there. First off, Daniel's shot, brilliant save, and another chance to get it in from the 6-yard box. And really, Lowestoft Town will be kicking themselves now. Missed penalty and a really good opportunity missed a few minutes later. And Smith, chance to get it in, it's cleared in the end. Not very well. And Worthing need to regain a little bit of momentum in this game. Again, it falls back to Lowestoft, and plenty of time to pick a pass there. And Jarvis picks the pass. It's a lovely ball. Could be a goal. It's going to go wide. It was a brilliant, brilliant ball from Jarvis. Had plenty of time to turn and play that ball in. It was met by Reed. Just couldn't get it under control, though. And Worthing do really get away with one there.
Worthing's back four look as flat as anything. That's the ball all the time, in between the centre-backs, and the movement from Reed. Should have been a goal.
Yeah, Lowestoft had 3 very good opportunities in this game so far, and yet you wouldn't say that the scoreline was completely unjust. Worthing starting the game much better. The home team have really come into the game in the last 10 minutes or so and have possession again in the midfield. What can they do with it? This time, plenty of space again for Barker. He sprays it wide and it will be with Smith. What could Smith do? Looks to take on his man, possibly get the ball into the box. Back to Barker. Plenty of time for the Lowestoft players to move the ball around. Goes all the way to the far side. It's a lovely move from the home team. What can they do? Into the 18-yard box. Dinks the ball in. It's a head in the end. It's just going to go wide. And Declan Daniels has seen plenty of the ball during the game so far. It was a really patient move from the home team. Worthing really struggling to find any rhythm in their play. And every ball seems to be bouncing to those in blue right now. And again, an opportunity for Lowestoft to get the ball out and make their way down the field. It's a lovely little intricate play and almost the perfect ball from Zielonka. In the end, it's given away, and James Fraser might try his luck here. Going to cross the ball into the 18-yard box. It's a lovely cross. It could be the first goal of the game, and it's headed over. It was a really good opportunity in the end. And it fell to Brodie. It was a brilliant cross from Fraser, inch perfect. And Brodie met it on the far side and probably should have done better with that opportunity, Mick. And it'll be Zielonka who'll get the opportunity to put this ball into the box. Can the home side find the first goal of the game? In it goes. They get the first head on the ball. It's an opportunity. It is the first goal of the game! And it was all as going to be a dangerous position. It was a great free kick from Zielonka. Lowestoft got the first head on the ball, and it was a fantastic volley into the goal. And it's been coming. 4th real good opportunity in the game for Lowestoft Town, and they've managed to find the net. Really, really good goal.
Number 9, Jake Reed.
You mentioned him before the game, Mick. Jake Reed gets the goals for Lowestoft Town, and he's put his team ahead now.
Yeah, he's the main goal scorer. I love the fact that he just hooked that. He got in front of the defender, hooked the ball in the top corner. Great cross goal header as well to make the opportunity, basically.
Yeah, superb finish there from Lowestoft, and we have to say it's been coming in this first half, and a great finish there from Reed. One of the real standout players for Lowestoft Town, and it's the home advantage before we head into half-time.
Lovely play again from the home side. Got real rhythm in their play now. It's missing in the first 10 minutes of the game, but they've really turned on the style in this last 20 minutes. Another opportunity to get it in. It's in the box. It's going to be a second goal. Is it just wide? And it was Jake Reed who took the ball down. Thought he was going to have a shot there, Jake Reed. Really unselfish, laid it across the goal. And again, it should have been a goal for Lowestoft Town, and it should have been 2-0. Worthing looked to come forward, and put some pressure on. Lovely touch. This could be a good strike. Does strike it, and it's a comfortable save in the end by Didzinski, but it was an opportunity for Worthing on the edge of the box.
It's good to see them come out attacking in the second half.
As I say, Worthing haven't changed their shape. They've just done like for like on the replacements.
Looking to go long again towards Denya Schneider. Looks to get the ball down. It's a lovely take. Chance here for Worthing, though. It's a brilliant shot just wide. That was a real opportunity for Worthing. It was a really direct move from Kavolan in the goal. And eventually, the ball fell to Denya Schneider on the edge of the box. And he just poked that one towards goal, and it went past the post. Maybe a moment for Lowestoft to realise this game's not over.
Worthing, a great opportunity there to try and get themselves back into the game, and a bit of a reminder, just a wake-up call really, that this game isn't finished yet.
Good result for them today. And here come Lowestoft. Opportunity maybe to kill this game into the 18-yard box. This is going to be a goal, is it? Oh, it's just saved. It was a really good effort. Zielonka into the box, had time and space to run into the 18-yard box. He hit it, and it was a good save by Kavolan in the end. Corner to Lowestoft Town.
Great effort there from Lowestoft Town. Zielonka running forward, pressing the Worthing defence, and it was a great save by Kavolan. But again, it's a great opportunity for the home side that really should have put this game to bed earlier.
Now it's with Samuels. Worthing still very much in this game, despite being the poorer team for much of it. It's a driven effort. It's a great effort. Hits the bar. It's a really good shot. And it was Rentz who hit it on the edge of the 18-yard box. And it took everybody by surprise. Drove it in, and it came off the bar. And as you said, Mick, anything can happen in this game.
What a shot there from Sam Rentz. That was something out of the top drawer. And again, it's another warning for the home side. This game is not dead and buried yet.
Lowestoft Town look like they're hanging on a little bit here. They'll be keen to get over the line and get their first 3 points of the season, but again it's played in towards the Lowestoft Town 18-yard box, and again Worthing have it on the edge of the box. Samuels with an important opportunity to tackle. He doesn't, and this could be an opportunity for a break. Long up towards Reed, and it's 2 against 2. Reed looks to go into the 18-yard box. Reed runs all the way into the box. What can he do? It's a lovely challenge. Then Reed goes all the way through. Great save by the keeper. It was a really good run from Reed, and Kavolan did well. Can Worthing get to the ball into the box one last time? Samuels twisting and turning. He's done well today, Samuels. In towards the feet of Fraser. Fraser looking to play the ball into Brody. That's a really good ball. This is an opportunity for Worthing, is it? And in the end, again, Brody didn't really shoot or cross then. Just the one goal this afternoon. Looks like separating these two teams.
There's been a definite game plan from Worthing in this second half to get plenty of men behind the ball.
And there we go, the referee blows the final whistle, and it was a game of plenty of chances today. So full time here and a game of plenty of chances, and eventually it is the home team that see the game out as 1-0 winners. They're a plethora of chances in the first half, should have been more than one up at half time. Worthing rallied late, but it's the home team that come out on top. Full time, Lowestoft Town 1, Worthing 0. So Adi, first of all, fantastic result for you today. It was, you were under a bit of pressure at the end, but for most parts of that game you dominated.
Yeah, I mean, the game should have been won by half time. We had enough chances, missed a penalty, and if we're more clinical, the game is over then. But what happens is, you know, you get a little bit nervous. We're looking for our first win, and I didn't think we kept the ball as well second half, and as a consequence, you know, Worthing came back at us a little bit. Fair play to them. They're one goal in it. They've always got a chance, and they knew that. So I'm you know, pleased that we've got off to got 3 points on the board, and we've got a clean sheet and a victory.
It must have been difficult watching for different reasons in the first half, because you created so many opportunities and probably should have been 3 or 4 up at half time.
Yeah, it was. It's exactly what we said. You know, the game should be won, but football's not over until the end of the game, till he blows whistle. And you know, while you're 1-0, the opposition have always got a chance. And you know, fair play to the boys though. it improves your mentality if you can get through situations like that, and it's something to refer back to and know that you can see games out even when you're under the cosh. So I'm pleased with 3 points, and pleased with generally with the performance today.
And we said before the game there was a bit of pressure on, because it's been a tough start to the season, and to get a win here today was really important to kick off your season. Yeah,
it was, but I'd also said I would take a poor performance and a 1-0 win, and at the end of the day I don't think we were poor, but we've got a 1-0 win, and there's 3 points and gives us something to build on.
And let's bring in Jake, who's scored that goal. So many chances today, and it was great to finally get that chance and get the points on the board.
Yeah, it was. The first 2 games when we lost, it was frustrating. You always want to start the season on a flyer, but today I couldn't think of anything better than getting 3 points.
And some of the movement and the passing and creating of those chances must have been fantastic for you today to be able to get the ball in.
It's good and it's bad. I know we got a win, but when we create so many chances, well, I want more goals. For today, I feel like it's so important to get a big confidence boost. On a game like that, and I feel like we haven't had that in the first 2 games, have we? So, but yeah, I'm taking the positive out of it, but I want more.
Yeah, disappointing in the end. It was the last 20 minutes. It looked like you might just get something from the game.
Yeah, that was the most pleasing thing about it for me. We are a team in transition, and like you see the team that finished on the pitch. It's a really young side, but they're learning all the time. They've got ability, they've got potential, and to ride the storm out, which we did, and then obviously was a little bit disappointed that we didn't get a result in the end, but you've also got to take your hats off to Lowestoft. Had a number of chances in the first half which I didn't capitalise on, but fair play to our young lads, they stayed in there, and I go home a very proud manager. So there's things we can work on, and there's improvement, but all in all I'm very positive.
And it was a really strong start. The first 10-15 minutes you really took the game to Lowestoft. Was that part of the game plan?
Yeah, we wanted to press them high up the pitch. We thought we could expose them in wide areas. Unfortunately, after the first 10-15 minutes, we didn't do our jobs after that, and that's why a couple of subs were made at half time. And then we got a little bit deep, first 10 in the second half, but then, as I say, like last half hour, I thought we really finished the game strongly, and obviously we hit the crossbar and had a few chances go across their goal line. So all in all, very positive.
Not the start you'd have wanted points-wise from the first 3 games of the season, but plenty to build on for the rest of the year.
Yeah, if I'm honest with you, it doesn't help with not having a home pitch, which is a bit of an Achilles heel at the moment. So obviously there's coach trips all the time, and the first month's going to be hard, it's going to be tough. But as you can see with our fans, everyone's behind us. It's a good sort of team spirit which can get you through games, and hopefully if we can ride this one out this month, then there's going to be a month which comes up where there's going to be a lot of home games, and we'll look to capitalise on that. So you've got to look at the long game and not panic just yet.
No games in the north or south today, and a point for Tooting and Mitcham United moves them to 21st place. The first win of the season for Lowestoft Town means they sit in 17th. Billericay Town and Leatherhead had wins again today, but it was Staines Town and Harrow Borough's wins that keep them top of the Premier Division.
In the end, a thoroughly entertaining game here at Lowestoft Town saw them take all 3 points, and it was to and fro between both teams. Worthing had the better start, and in the end Lowestoft dominated for long periods.
If I had to analyse it, it was Lowestoft's game in the first half. Should have been 2 or 3 up, never went in at half time. Game plan happened for Worthing, got men behind the ball, and basically wanted to keep themselves in the game and they nearly done the ideal tactical way and try and nick the game in the last 10-15 minutes. So I think when Gary come off with the last 15 to go, that was the key for them to get forward and maybe nick on a counter attack.
And we just spoke to Adi Gallagher, and he said that he was pleased that they've obviously got their first 3 points of the season, but also the way they played. They created a lot of chances, and at half time should have been 3 or 4-0 up. Yeah,
they should, but also, if you really analyse the whole game, you could say that Worthing sort of be going away with a draw as well. When you think about the strike they hit the crossbar, they had 3 or 4 chances of their own sort of near the end. I know that Lowestoft had the opportunities in the first half, but I thought Worthing had a good game plan in the second half, and it nearly worked for them.
Fine margins in football, and fine margins today in the game. In the end, it's Lowestoft that lifts himself off on Matchday 3, and it's more woes for Worthing.